photosensitivity warning. Please avoid if you are sensitive to bright or flashing lights. Hello everyone, Fusion25 here, and welcome to a game known as Grab Them by the Eyes by Terry C. Before we start, I just want to do a quick shout out to my boy, Ned Corland, because he was the one that recommended me to play this game. And honestly enough, for a game like this, it has some nice strategy into this. It's a simple little game, and your goal is to obtain the most customers. And the person who has the most customers ends up winning the entire week. Now, you probably won't understand what I mean by that, but so let's just start a new game. See, we are playing as someone by the name of Jay. And we come to notice that we have two new opponents. What are you doing? You can't just show up here with your fancy sign, Dan. Ha! What's wrong, old man? Afraid of a little competition? I'm not afraid of you kids. We won't last a week here. Oh yeah? If you're so sure, let's make a bet. We'll be here having more customers than you have end of the week. Winner stays on this corner. You're on! You don't stand a chance! I'm gonna need one of those signs. Our opponent is known as Filthy Burgers, and we are playing as Jay. I need a sign. Sold. Bought a sign. You have Eat at Jay's. The way we alert customers is with a fancy new sign. That's a good start, but if you want to complete these days, you'll need more than a basic sign. Also, punch cards for all your latest settings. But they tend to sell out pretty quickly. We have $50. And so does our opponents. Hey, new guy, do you want some quick advice? Sure, let's hear it. Make the best sign you can by combining messages and color punch cards. A message card and color cards combine to a brand new sign. The number at the top is how many customers you'll get from using it. Your total customers for each day is all the cards in each frame added together. So a message plus a color equals the total amount of customers we'll receive. Right now, you're just trying to get the best punch cards before Filthy Burgers does. You'll take turns choosing cards. If I were you, I'd try to grab one of the color cards before something else does. So we go first. Let's do a color. Fast cycle. Okay, we used up all of our money we could to get all those cards. We got 3 punch cards. We got a color and messages. Now we're here to prepare our signs. We have frames. We have a current message. And look here, we can write our own sign. That guarantees us 2 points. So let's start with this sign, yummy. And we do a new sign. You will never feel hungry again. Right off the bat, we're guaranteed 4 customers. But we're not done yet, because we have colors. A fast cycle will give us 3 extra points to one of our signs. And now our sign's flashing. So with this right now, we are guaranteed 7 customers. Now the question is, will we be fortunate enough to get more than Filthy Burger? Only one way to find out. Oh boy. So far they have 3, it looks like we have 3. Looks like we're winning. Oh, not anymore. We lost by 1 point. However, if you notice, this lasts all the way up to Sunday. So we still have a chance of catching up right now. But in the beginning game, it seems like it's likely that we always lose, it seems like. But that's fine, because if you remember, oh, here's the next thing. People demand novelty. So as if we use the same sign over and over again, we lose points by using the exact same one. So constantly using the same one isn't ideal. Okay, now Filthy Burger goes first. But because we didn't spend an extra 10, we end up keeping one extra 10 to potentially get another one. So here's my strategy. Go for the cheaper stuff, because if you go for the constant, more expensive stuff, more likely you're going to end up wasting more money than you need to get one specific item. However, what they just got was very expensive and very useful. I can't click on it to see. Okay, well that's fine. Because Fifthly Burger's out of cash, we keep on going collecting more and more. And now we have 20 left in our pocket. So we got even more stuff than we had originally. This is a good start. Prepare your signs. So we have tasty, and then we have your tongue longs for mustard. That's a bit random, but you know what? We'll take it. We still have the fast cycle. Even though it's not as big as the number it was originally, we can still use it again. We have borders, which we add even more. And also for this, we can customize if we really desire to, I guess. It doesn't matter, but it's just a nice little detail we can add. Now our total is 9, which is really good compared to our original 7. However, it seems like good old Filthy Burger tends to have a lot more cash and better signs. And because they got an extra frame, that means they get one extra sign to put on their establishment. Which means it's no longer a 2-digit number they're adding. It's now 3 digits they're adding combined with our simple 2. So the likelihood of Filthy Burger getting more points this round seems pretty high. We got 9 and they got 12. This isn't looking good for Jay. We're behind by 4. The people demand novelty. Messages and settings become less effective as customers get used to them. Well, last round, Filthy Burger went first, so hopefully we'll go first this time. Seems like it. And Filthy Burger has to wait. But here's the thing. We have 70 instead of the simple 50. I'm going to risk it and go for a 20. I take that back. I'm going for this one. Though it's expensive, 5 points is insane. We're just going to keep on stacking up to get more. Because if you notice, see that? That was originally going to be $20, but because they chose the other one, this 5 points only cost us 10. So we pretty much got a huge upgrade just for a cheap amount. That stripes color will do us magic, as well as the borders. But again, the only downside to that is simply put, we have to reuse an old style, like, sign. That's not what we have right now. We have a total of 8, which is pretty good. Now this is where things get spicy. Look at that. 18! That is a massive leap. This should definitely help us accelerate. But the question is, will that extra frame that Filthy Burger has, that could essentially screw with us if we don't get an extra frame sooner or later. Because although we have high points with potential customers, there's still a chance that we could still lose. Well, it looks like this time we finally caught up. But unfortunately, it doesn't matter how much we catch up for right now. It's collective. As you can see now, we're only down by 1. Which, in hindsight, is still fine. But in the long run, if things don't appear great, that could screw with us. Now it's Friday. I think we have 2 more days until the day ends, or the entire week for us getting our food stand enough points. We have 60, they have 60. They saved up extra 10. I didn't realize. Oh, oh man. I'm gonna risk it. Hopefully they don't go for the frame. I have to get the frame because if they get for 20, that's an extra layer of numbers and points they could get from that. Filthy Burger's out of cash, that's fine. However, notice that it says J sucks and it says in high quotes, useless to J. That's kind of bad for us. Because if the other opponent had that, they would have earned 5 points. But because I got it, it's 0. Now, for the other team, they got a sign that says assign useless to Filthy Burger. Because they got it, they got 0 points for getting that. However, we have a problem with our messages, since we only have 1s and a 0. However, fortunately for us, we could write down our own. So, we could write whatever we want for this one. So, I guess we could just type in choose me. Simple, right? And we do one more extra if we want. So right now we are kind of doing bad. However, fortunately for us, we have these extra stuff that could help potentially escalate our scores. Now that first one, 13. With all the extra stuff we added in. 20. And now we have an effect, so now the sign looks completely different compared to how it was originally. So our total now is going to be 22. Hopefully this will be enough. So far, it looks like we might be in the lead for this one. And I think it's safe to say that extra frame we got was totally worth it. Oh, but they skyrocketed with that one though. This could be bad for Jay. We're off by 4, looks like. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure we're forced to buy a sign no matter what it is. When the other opponent has 0 to their name. Okay, we're first, so this is good for us, potentially. We each have 50. This is do or die now. Okay, that's fine. We didn't get everything, however, we did get the stuff that could potentially give us a high score. First one, we're doing number 4. Then we're doing the stripes with the borders of particles, and finally, a twist. Already enough. This first sign will give us 13 points. Number 2, all of our points are pretty much 0 and 1s. So we'll just throw in a you will never go hungry again sign. With a flicker, alternate, and a teleport. 20. Now the last sign, we're kind of have to write our own again, only because we want to guarantee a better score than a simple 1. So let's just type in enjoy. Slow cycle. Let's do colorful. And that's all we could do. Fingers crossed this works. Because if not, Jay loses and Filthy Burger wins. But if we succeed, then Filthy Burgers is out of here. Although I believe Sunday is the last day, so this is kind of do or die for this right now. Just to confirm it to see if we actually do succeed for the final day. We're guaranteed 25 here, so let's see what Filthy Burger has to guarantee. We got ahead by 3, but I don't know if that's enough for right now. We're off by 1. It's a 1-to-1 difference. This should be the last day. Which means this is kind of where it matters. This is the last day. Let's see. Well, if I buy this, they guarantee that, so I don't want that. We might be screwed because I have an extra frame. We may or may not win this. Hopefully this doesn't be enough, because we have a total of 20. We may or may not win this. Unfortunately for us, I don't feel too confident. Because if the opponent gets more than us, then we're guaranteed to lose. I think we lost. You're off by 4. You lose, old man. Game over. However, there is a different ending when you win, so we're going to try to speed up the process and see if we can actually reach that. First attempt did not seem too happy with us, so let's see if we can finally do ourselves a favor. Right off the bat, a 5. That's really good. We guarantee a 3 in our disposal. Okay, so we have 10. However, good thing for us, we have 3 cards and they got the simple 2. So that's fine. Fire! That guarantees us an 8. Sadly for us, I don't know what other stuff they have. This only guarantees us 10. Which honestly is not too great. Oh, we're actually ahead! So you can win in the first round. That's a very promising start. But of course, every single time we use a single card, that always knocks it down until it's 1. So hopefully things will be better this round. I'm probably going to jump cut to this till we reach the end to see what happens. Fingers crossed we win. Okay, believe it or not, when I've been recording, it's officially been 1 hour and 1 minute as if I speak right now. So this game is harder than it looks. Either that or my RNG is really bad. One or the other, but I think we finally win. Philly Burger at a whopping 25. Us with a 23. That is our first loss this round. And with that, finally! Fine, whatever, you win. But we don't care, we're not going anywhere. Ha! Well, that's not fair. Wait, what the? If it isn't the salesman of our good old signs. Owl's Quality Signs. Oh, hello! Business has been really great lately, so great I've decided to expand. I'm going to cut the middleman, you. People never wanted your food anyway. All they wanted are my signs. Check out the latest model. Behold! My greatest creation! And we did it. That's the game. Turns out the guy who has been giving us these signs to help our business decided to take our strategy and sell his own signs out of his own area. And now he is competing now to sell his quality signs to everyone. Only because we've been using his signs. In hindsight, our supplier turned out to be our new enemy. Prepare yourself for the greatest signs in the whole world. Gosh darn it, Al. Gosh darn it. Get one today at 1-800 Who Gives a Frick. Enough playing around. And funny thing, I actually used this feature of creating a sign, because right here, you can actually create your own sign. And that's what I actually used for the intro and is what's going to happen in the outro. So, yeah, this is actually a cool thing. And believe it or not, you can go to a different website and actually download the sign you created, which I think is a really cool thing that Terry C added into the game. So, that's all for this. Thank you all for watching. Stay safe, everyone.